How much screen time do you allow your kids?
It's different for the different ones. I actually want them to, and people need to.
Do you worry about your kids and screens?
I think it depends on what they're using them.
It has been said that Mark Zuckerberg limits his children's screen time. Choosy Chu has also been reported to restrict his children's use of TikTok. Evan Spiegel is known to strictly control social media usage in his family. Neil Mohan has set clear limits on screen exposure at home. And Steve Jobs, who helped create the iPad, did not allow his own children to use it freely. You've probably noticed this. You sit down to work, but you can't focus for more than a few minutes. Your hand reaches for your phone without any real reason. You know it's not good for you, yet you can't stop. This is not just laziness, and it's not entirely your fault. This is a design problem. The biggest disease of our time is not money. It's not even time. The biggest problem is the lack of attention. You have the ability to work. You have intelligence, but you cannot hold your attention. And when your attention breaks, your life slowly breaks with it. There is a simple truth. The person who controls their attention controls their life. And the person who cannot slowly hands their life over to something else. Now listen carefully. There is something strange happening in this world. The people who built these apps, the people who created social media, they keep their own children away from it. In multiple interviews and reports, many tech leaders limit their children's screen time. Mark Zuckerberg, Choosy Chu, Evan Spiegel, and Neil Mohan all enforce restrictions at home, while Steve Jobs famously did not allow his children to freely use the iPad. Now ask yourself something. If these products are so beneficial, why do their creators keep their own families away from them? Because they understand something most people don't. These platforms are not designed to serve you. They are designed to capture your attention, not to give you value, but to keep you engaged. Even Elon Musk has admitted in interviews that excessive screen exposure can negatively affect children. This is not a conspiracy. This is a business model. Your attention is the most valuable asset in the modern world. Where your attention goes, your life follows. So the real question is not why you are distracted. The real question is, how do you take your attention back? Because one thing is certain. If you lose your attention, you lose everything. And if you regain it, you can rebuild your life. Now let's talk about how you take your attention back. Because awareness without action changes nothing. You don't need more motivation. You need discipline. You need dedication. And you need to face the truth. The truth is, your brain has been trained to avoid difficulty. So the first step is simple. Choose a task that is important and uncomfortable. Not something easy, not something entertaining, something that requires real effort. It could be studying, reading a serious book, working on a project that actually matters. If the task feels slightly boring, you're on the right path, because growth lives inside discomfort. The second step is timing. You cannot build focus when your energy is low. You cannot train your mind when your body is tired. Choose a time of the day when your energy is naturally high. For most people, it's early morning. For some, it's late evening. It doesn't matter when. What matters is that you are alert, awake, and ready. Because attention needs energy. Without energy, discipline breaks. The third step is preparation. This is where most people fail. Before you start, remove everything that can distract you. Turn your phone to silent. Better yet, keep it out of reach. Disconnect from the internet if you don't need it. Create a clean, quiet space. Then sit down. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a slow breath. Let your mind settle. This is not just physical preparation. This is mental commitment. You are telling your brain that this time matters. The fourth step is the practice itself. You will work for 25 minutes, nothing else. No checking your phone. No switching tasks. No escaping. Only one task. Your mind will resist. It will feel restless. It will look for an excuse. This is normal. This is the moment where discipline is built. If it becomes uncomfortable, stay. If it becomes boring, stay. If you feel like quitting, stay. You don't need to perform perfectly. You just need to not leave. Even if you stop working, sit there, close your eyes. But do not escape to something easier, because the moment you escape, you train your brain to avoid effort. And the moment you stay, you train your brain to handle difficulty. Do this once a day. That's enough. You don't need hours. You need consistency. Every few days, increase the time slightly. 5 minutes more, then 5 minutes more again. Slowly, your mind will adapt. Slowly, your attention will return. And something interesting will happen. You will start to experience deep focus, a state where time disappears, where distraction fades, where your mind becomes completely absorbed. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi called this the flow state, and he discovered something powerful. People are happiest, not when they are relaxed, but when they are fully engaged in meaningful work. This is the truth most people ignore. Happiness does not come from comfort. It comes from focus, from effort, from building something that matters. When you train your attention, you don't just become more productive, you become more alive. Your thoughts become clearer, your decisions become stronger, your work becomes better. And over time, this leads to something deeper, financial freedom. Because focused people create value, emotional freedom, because disciplined people control their impulses, and most importantly, inner stability, because a trained mind does not break easily. So remember this: attention is your life, discipline protects it, dedication strengthens it, and truth guides it. If you ignore this, you will stay distracted. If you follow this, you will transform. Start today, not tomorrow, not later. Today. Because the longer you wait, the weaker your attention becomes. And the weaker your attention, the further you move away from the life you want. Your problem is not a lack of time. It's not a lack of talent. It's not even a lack of opportunity. Your problem is scattered attention. You start many things, but you finish nothing. You think a lot, but you execute very little. And slowly, you begin to doubt yourself. You begin to feel stuck. You begin to believe that maybe you are not capable. But that is not the truth. The truth is, your attention has been divided, pulled in 100 different directions, by notifications, by endless content, by things that feel important, but it means nothing. And every time you give in, you weaken your ability to focus. Every time you escape, you train your brain to avoid effort. And over time, this becomes your default behavior. You don't even realize it anymore. You sit down to work, and your mind starts searching for distraction. Not because you are weak, but because you trained it that way. And if you trained it that way, you can train it back. That is the good news. Your mind is not broken. It is conditioned. And anything that is conditioned can be reconditioned. But only with discipline, only with dedication, only when you face the truth that no one wants to hear. You will feel bored. You will feel restless. You will feel uncomfortable. And there is no shortcut around that. Because of that discomfort is the doorway to growth. Most people run away from it. That's why most people stay the same. But if you can sit in that discomfort without escaping, something changes. Your mind becomes stronger. Your focus becomes sharper. Your patience becomes deeper. And slowly, you become different. Not overnight, not in a week, but over time, quietly, powerfully. You become someone who can do hard things, someone who can stay focused, someone who can finish what they start. And that is rare, very rare, because most people never learn how to control their attention. They let the world control it for them, and they pay the price for it. In lost time, I lost potential. In a life that never fully becomes what it could be. So ask yourself one question: where is your attention going? Right now, every day. Because that is where your future is being built, not in your plans, not in your ideas, but in your attention. If you protect it, you protect your life. If you waste it, you waste your life. It's that simple. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to feel ready. Start small. Sit down. Do the work. Stay with it, even when it feels hard, even when it feels boring, because that is where your new life begins, in silence, in focus, in discipline, and one day, you will look back and realize the moment you took control of your attention was the moment everything changed.